Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back to News 46. Noah Began files this Angie's List report, giving some tips on how to interview a contractor.
Your house is your biggest asset, so you should do as much as you can to avoid a hiring disaster. In today's Angie's List report, why the questions you ask are important when hiring a contractor.
Gordon Welt enjoys the deck he had installed over the summer, but he did a lot of work before his deck project ever began. Welt sought out bids from 5 contractors before picking a company he felt was right for the job.
He was very, very knowledgeable during the estimate, and some of the ideas he was coming up with, he was able to do the math calculations there. He didn't need to go back and do a computer. I knew he was experienced, and some of the terms that he was using were very easily conveyed to me as a customer, and being able to get our ideas down on paper before he even left to do the estimate.
Meet all potential contractors face-to-face and prepare a list of questions to ask every contractor you interview, specific to your project.
When interviewing your contractor, you want to use some of the same skills you might do in interviewing someone for a job at work. You want to use open-ended questions because you'll learn a lot more about how they can handle situations. You know, one of my favorite questions is to ask them about a job that maybe didn't go right and how they fixed it.
It's also important to ask questions that go beyond the basics of the project. Make sure you have a good rapport with the contractor that can make communicating easier, especially when it comes to changes or problems in the middle of the project.
The most important question homeowners can ask when hiring a contractor is whether they trust their gut instinct. Follow your gut instinct when interviewing, because remember, especially if you're doing a kitchen remodel, you're going to have this company or these contractors in your home for a long time. In fact, they kind of become part of your family.
To me, being involved, this is just like your car. Everything else is an investment. And if you're not involved, you don't have an excuse for the product you get at the end. So take the initiative, be involved, and speak up during the whole process. And that's the only way you can get a good product at the end.
There's a lot riding on any home improvement project, including time and money, so never hire someone you don't feel comfortable with. Always treat hiring like building a relationship rather than just carrying out a transaction. It'll put you more at ease with any decision you make regarding your home. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
Thank you, Noah. The Professional Bull Riders World Championship was held in Las Vegas this past week. Judge Margaret Whitaker from Pahrump has been updating us on the event. The judge attended the 20th anniversary of the PBR October 21st through the 27th at the Thomas & Mack Center. Bull rider J.B. Monty won his first professional bull riding championship Sunday, earning $1 million for the season points title and another $250,000 for topping the 6th-round PBR World Finals. The Mooresville, North Carolina rider wrapped up the season title by winning the 5th round with a 91-point ride on Bull Harlem Shake. He finished the season with earnings of over $1.8 million. Monty was the lone rider to have 6 successful rides, the last a winning 93 on the Bull Wipeout in the championship round. He is the only finals competitor to ride all 6 bulls twice, a feat he first accomplished in 2009 when he won the finals aggregate title. 2-time defending world champion Silvano Alves of Brazil finished second in the world title race with 977.75 points behind Monty.
A ghoulish dinner will be held tomorrow night to benefit Food for Thought. Shannon Moore explains.
The Food for Thought program is so vital here in our town to help feed those kids who are doing without food over the weekend. We're going to speak to Shannon more about an upcoming fundraiser.
We are actually having an event which is a donation dinner hosted by the Women of the Moose, and it's called a goulash dinner because it is Halloween themed, but it's basically a spaghetti dinner. It's spaghetti with macaroni noodles. We're trying to make it fun for the kids. This is open to the public, which is great because a lot of the Moose activities are closed to members. It is going to be on Tuesday, October 29th from 5:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. at the Moose Lodge.
Right before Halloween, so it's a goulash.
It is a goulash dinner, and we encourage everyone to dress up in costumes. If kids want to come in costumes, that would be great. Just want to have a good time and support Food for Thought, the kids that are in need. For anybody who doesn't know what Food for Thought is, we are an educational program that provides backpacks full of food for kids on the weekends. And that's for kids that typically have free and reduced lunches at school, and then when they go home, there isn't any food. So they don't eat at night, and then they don't eat all weekend long. And so we're trying to make sure that when those kids come back to school on Monday, that their stomachs are full and they're able to learn just like the other kids. So that's really the goal. And so the Women of Moose are putting on that event, and it's a donation, any amount that you'd like to give, and anyone's welcome.
And so this is all going to be held at the Moose Lodge there, right on, I believe it's 2nd Street?
Yes.
And if people can't make the event, can they donate still?
Of course, at any time. We're always looking for monetary donations or donations of food, and of course volunteers. And if anyone is interested, they can call me at 775-910-1552.
We'll see you down there at the Moose Lodge for that goulash dinner. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Here's Bill Moeller with today's first business brief.
I'm Bill Mahler. This is the first business brief for Monday, October 28th. Regulators are pulling the plug on a Tesla investigation. This is the video of that Tesla on fire, and it fueled speculation there was something wrong with the batteries. Tesla stock fell nearly 10%. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration now says it found no safety faults in the electric vehicle to warrant any more of an investigation, and no evidence of a defect in the batteries. Salaries, they are surging in Asia. China Daily reports executives in the Asia-Pacific region have the highest salaries in the world. Base pay for some top execs, about $243,000. Millions of Americans are preparing for a cut in the food stamp program. As of this Friday, a family of 4 that gets the maximum monthly benefit of $668 will receive $36 less. That's almost 48 million Americans, nearly 15% of the population, who buy groceries with food stamps. That's the first business brief. I'm Bill Mahler.
Well, I understand we had some pretty good weather this weekend, considering I was out in it.
It was beautiful.
And I guess when we come back, we'll find out from Noah Beacon what happened to all that wonderful weather and what's coming up this week.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is windy with a high of 63 degrees and an average temperature of 75 degrees. Winds are coming from the southwest at 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 43 miles per hour, so be careful out there. The UV index today is 4, which is moderate. Humidity is at 23%. Sunrise is at 7:03 this morning, and the record high in 1937 was 91 degrees. Tonight we have continued wind with a low of 40 degrees and an average temperature of 55 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 19 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 54%. Sunset will be at 5:52 p.m. and the record low in 1970 was 32 degrees. Tomorrow we have mostly sunny skies with a high of 61 degrees and a low of 37 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east at 2 miles per hour with gusts up to 4 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 18%. Sunrise will be at 7:01 a.m. and the UV index will be 5, which is moderate. For our 7-day forecast, looks like a mostly sunny week with some clouds tomorrow. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the high 50s to the low 70s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the mid-30s to the high 40s.
Well, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And I'm Jason Koblenz.
From all of us here up on the Hill, we'll see you again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night, Pahrump.